Hello and welcome to the Table Talk Otaku podcast. My name is Okami or Christian. Whatever you'd like to call me. Come from a decent sized town in Pennsylvania right now. Originally from a small town in Oklahoma. Not much else other than Jesus. That's it. And then we got our co-host.
This guy right here.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Pat. Just Pat's fine. You don't have to go any farther than that. And from coastal Mississippi, Gulf Coast, and currently one of my three hobbies, I guess you could say, I'm currently preparing dinner. That's why I was a little slightly, not really, but slightly late.
You weren't late. I was just making sure you knew that the timer was up.
And while Cobalt's introducing himself, I'm gonna go check on my pasta.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. I'm Cobalt. I live in coastal Alabama, so right next door to Pat.
Literally.
Ooh.
Just walks out the door.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I visit his workplace, his hometown fairly often for work, but we have not hung out yet.
Well, he says that, but he might come join me to go to a local convention. He says
a convention. What kind of convention?
Anime convention.
Zythos. I just wasn't like all the way up to my mic, so it should be better now. But I also like it when the people are louder than me to a point. For some reason, I can always hear myself in the recordings, but I can't hear other people. So. Anyways, an anime convention. I thought Cobalt was not a weeb.
Well, I mean, if it's something to go hang out with people, I don't mind. Well, I like some anime.
I don't know. I might be working for that weekend though. I screenshotted it where to go.
That's also true. I don't 100% know if I'll be working or not yet.
Just ask off.
Yeah, 5 and 7, the 5th through the 7th. Which means Friday through Sunday, more or less. But I also have to deal with some family business too.
Like this coming month?
Yeah, no, like this next week.
Oh wow, yeah, that's quick.
Yeah,
never mind. You can't just ask off for that.
I just came across it. It's animetownbiloxi.com is where you go to look into the event. But if it's at the Coast Coliseum, it can't be a huge event. That place is not big.
Okay.
And relatively. Also, some breaking news for our anime friends who might live in Texas. A friend has informed me. I haven't looked at myself, but after Monday, September 1st, they're implementing a law that can make anime and manga the equivalent of child pornography. So there might be some lapses in availability for certain anime in Texas.
I wonder which anime will actually get flagged for that. Because that one would be a difficult one to get to, I would think.
Depends on how loosely they word it.
True.
Indeed, to be honest.
Like if they can literally, if it's like like any kind of thing that might be considered that, they could go after things like No Game No Life because they have some scenes in there that some people could take as offensive. I'm just gonna say it that way.
I guess that's true. You know what? Let me get our background music up. I forgot we did this last
time. Not the background music.
Yeah, gotta get the banjo going.
Oh, that's banjo.
I mean, it's gonna be real quiet. I doubt anybody but me can hear it. But
and not to be that guy, but just for reference, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced banjo, not banjo.
I am from a town in Oklahoma, and I will call it what I please as long as I'm saying it technically correct.
Mm-hmm. I just know usually when things are spelled BAN and or anything that ends in AN in Japanese, it's usually pronounced like a low bong, bon. So
Yeah.
that's just something I picked up.
Oh, good
Say
for
what you
you.
want. I don't care
Bancho.
that much as I figured I'd tell you. See what I mean? He's a contrarian.
Not a contrarian. It's just they've said it that way too. So I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if they said it that way, I'll take your word for it. I don't really watch
I mean,
Otaku.
I've heard it like several ways, but yeah, I've heard Bancho, and then when they usually have like an accent with it, it's Bancho. So either way. Well, let's get right into the news. Top 5 things that should be illegal but aren't.
Ugh. Wearing socks with sandals.
What? Okay, wait. Does it? I will agree if they have like a toe holder,
The flip
but
flops.
not if they are like slides where they don't hold your
Uh-huh.
toe.
Look, this is coming from a guy who has to wear socks with sandals because of a medical condition I got with my heel. Like if I wear regular shoes too often, I get in tremendous pain and I have to soak my foot in ice.
Mm-hmm.
So plantar fasciitis, look it up. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
no, I have to wear because my job. I have to at least wear socks. I can put my sandals on when I get to people's for deliveries. But yeah, I don't like having to wear socks with sandals. It sucks.
Why do you have to wear sandals?
I told you because of my foot condition.
Well, I know, but can you like wear Crocs or something else?
Oh God, please don't ask me to wear Crocs. I tried it and I can't. I don't like Crocs.
Okay. So it's a
Please.
preference at that point. You just need something open toed or something like that.
It's mostly just pressure on my heel can cause problems
Yeah.
if I'm wearing shoes all day. So, but if I
I
could, I'd
feel
ban
the
socks and
other.
sandals.
Mm-hmm. All right. That would you think that it should actually be illegal, but it isn't?
No, but I'm pretty sure there's some people who would agree with me.
Mm.
Just wear what you want. This is America. As long as it's not nothing. I guess violating somebody else's rights.
Well, one of mine is clothing, but that's me. I think people will highly disagree with my take here.
Well, hit us.
But
Tell us what it is.
I'll go ahead and just name it as like there's no order in these, just top 5. So I think it should be illegal to just wear like sports bras and stuff like that out in public. I also think it should be illegal for guys to be shirtless for that very reason, to keep it together, to
Oh, look at
keep it,
this.
yeah,
Equal.
yeah, keep it equal.
Here's some
But
mixed emotions from Cole.
yeah, I don't like the just spats and like
Yeah.
sports
I mean,
bras.
I didn't know Okami grew up in Utah.
Why would that be Utah?
No, you got to go further east, the Middle East.
It's
Utah? No,
okay. I
no.
see that joke went over everyone's head. That's fine.
I get what you're saying. I just don't think. I think Utah's even like. I don't know what your opinion of Mormons are, but they see a girl, they get wife. The end. That's my opinion of Mormons. They be worse than half the people.
Well, the thing with the
Well,
Mormons is after spending your entire life under such strict rules, you either grow to follow those rules or to completely rebel against them.
True.
no. No, the only reason I say that is one of my former bosses was Mormon, and he got extremely upset when people had Katy Perry playing in the office because he thought that the way she dressed was inappropriate.
Katy Perry or
for a
something's
work setting.
inappropriate.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
I think that it's like with Christianity as well. There's different sects of Mormonism.
Oh yeah.
So because like whatever the Imagine Dragons is, who like tour with Katy Perry and all these other people that are always scantily clad. You know, not saying that they interact with them all the time or anything. I'm just saying that they kind of have to a bit. There's definitely different sides to Mormonism. But then there's like up here in Pennsylvania more so than in Oklahoma, but they do have them in Oklahoma. The Amish would definitely be looked down upon for that one. But their women aren't even on like they have a full dress code, which I don't at all. I don't disagree with, but I can't like. I wouldn't make that a law. I'm just saying I don't like it when you're going out and all of a sudden girl and spats in a sports bras there. It's like, okay.
Now, when you say in public, do you mean like just in general in public?
Like
at the gym and stuff.
People literally just walk in a grocery store like that. Well, I mean, they're probably going to a gym or coming back from a gym, but still, they're like. I mean, you go into Pittsburgh, there's a lot worse, and I think they're soliciting something else, but
a lot of stores used to have a no shirt, no shoes, no entry policy.
Yeah, but
so
if you
even a topless guy would be kind of weird going into a place like that with no clothes on.
True. I mean, I don't really like the shirts on guys that are just cut completely down the sides either.
My abdominals.
Yeah, that's kind of. I'm like.
I mean, at what point is a shirt still a shirt?
Yeah, that's weird.
You just wear rags at the point.
I don't know. It's one of those where I wouldn't want my kid seeing it. That's the big one. Like I could understand that's why I wouldn't take my kid to a gym, because I would expect they don't want to get hot. It's easy to move around. Okay, I get that. But literally just walking around in a grocery store and
what about tank tops though?
That's a hard one to answer, but I mean if it covers less than the sports bra, then there's your answer right there.
I mean, a tank top's basically a sports bra just with a longer bottom.
I disagree. Tank tops are see-through.
Huh?
That varies wildly.
It does. It's true. Most tank tops I've seen are very visible, at least through it. A lot of times it's a sports bra with a tank top on top, and you can just tell there's a sports bra under it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is a tank top is basically like a sports bra pretending to be a shirt. I mean, that's not for us. That would be up for the legislators to decide. And if Okami was president, we're in trouble.
If Okami was president, I would say, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I think that'd be a state/city law, not a.
Yeah, a lot of places will overturn you anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I could do anything about that one. I would maybe express my opinion on it and be like, hey, I'm not saying you girls don't have it. I'm saying you do have it. And you don't really need to show it to kids. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go to the places like the gym and stuff like that. I get that there's kids that go in there too, but I mean that's kind of why you go to the gym, if I'm being honest.
And to play your devil's advocate, to be fair, you could just put a shirt over yourself pretty easily. There's no reason to walk us a place.
Yeah, I'm not saying it can't be just a huge loose shirt that doesn't,
I mean, counterpoint.
If we're thinking of the children.
I mean, counterpoint along the lines of children, if you can wear it to a public pool, which lots of kids go to public pools.
I mean then I
think it's sufficient.
I actually think that should be banned, but that's me.
That's I can see that being a bit of a stretch, but yeah, that's one of those societal double entendres. Like you say, like you're not fine being seen in your underwear in public, but you can wear a bikini.
Yeah, I don't like swimwear either, but that one's a hard one because like Florida.
I don't like going to the beach.
California and Florida exist, so it's kind of like one of those. I don't know how to stop that one.
Even my area, people will actually come from out of state to visit our beaches because it's the closest thing they got, and there's casinos nearby too. So it's a one-stop vacation shop.
Yeah. I don't know how to fix that problem, but I think it is a problem. I guess if it's just a list of things I think should be illegal but aren't, then yeah, I'd put that one on there. I would include swimsuits.
Law to fix that. That's something you'd probably want to change by changing the culture of the country. Because look how much things has changed in the last 100 years that aren't necessarily a law, but it's just people find not acceptable to do in public.
Yeah.
Or are now acceptable to do in public. I should say.
Maybe you have to be. It's like Twitch. You have to be at a beach or a pool. Otherwise, you cannot wear it. You literally have to put something over on.
Your hips can't be out.
Yep. No hips, no shoulders, man. Get out of here.
Inappropriate. tank
tops
and fucking short shorts are just unacceptable.
But mostly, most women do cover up their bikinis when they're like going into a grocery store.
But you're supposed to just take it off when you get to the place.
Yeah, but honest to God, they never cover up the sports bra and spats. Which
I mean, that's what y'all think, because I don't see that down here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think in the South it's not as prevalent, but up here it is like all over the place.
Man, how long does summer last there? Because I know it's got.
It's still hot. No, it's still hot.
Well, define hot.
Hot. It's getting up to 80 degrees every once in a while still. But like right now it's sticking right at 70, 75.
That's hot.
Well, no.
I'd kill for
that. I swear.
Weather.
No. I mean that's hot enough for girls to go around in sports bras and spats.
No,
and bikinis sometimes, but that's a different story.
When I visited Kobo, it was great. It got down to like 50, and I'm like, oh, please let it stay. But the thing is, like, I saw a video, and there was this Florida man response to it. This woman was talking about how people don't understand how hot it gets in Britain. She says it gets to, I think she said 34 degrees Celsius, which translates to about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And the guy from Florida was like, 86? That's a beautiful day. Like, we're going to be outside barbecuing because that's the best weather we've had all summer.
Yeah.
I pray for 86. My God.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out stuff for the World Cup next year because they're saying that with the projected heat that it's actually going to be hotter than it has been almost in Africa when they've been to.
Oh, in Africa?
Yeah. Oh, then when they had a World Cup in Africa, they said it'll be on par with that. So they're trying to figure out because we also have humidity.
Where at?
It's going to be Pennsylvania. There's a couple in New York, and there's a couple in Texas, and
maybe
then one
mid or South Africa, but not like
No, they don't. They have it in like Morocco and places. They don't have it in the desert of Africa.
Morocco's near the equator, dude. Ain't no way Pennsylvania's that fucking hot.
Oh, it hit 100 this year. Yeah, it's not that it's like I'm comparing the two. It's more that they're taking the same measures they did because they're projecting that it's going to get at least to 95 next year.
Okay, that's fine. They can do everything they need to do in preparation, so people are ready for the heat.
Well, you also gotta
But
understand
I vote that the French national team does not get air conditioners in the room.
because of what happened this summer.
Yes.
I can second that. To be honest.
You can give them a fan.
Can
Yeah,
give them
you know,
a-
yeah, this is all you're gonna get. I agree. Like, yeah, you know, it's not just France. Spain and Italy had issues with that too, but France by far get hit very hard.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, anyway, got a
What's
little off
another
track.
one? Another one.
Um,
Things should be illegal, but they aren't.
well, it's kind of this is hard for me to answer because I think there's too much law as it is.
True.
Yeah, I'm also kind of mostly in that book, to be honest.
I mean, I would lift up a ton of regulation, but these are like, I don't know.
Let's see. Things that should be illegal, but they aren't. I'm gonna have to counter this one in a different angle, I guess.
Yeah,
Civil asset forfeiture should be illegal, but it isn't.
I can respect that.
Want to go into detail?
I mean, it's dumb. It's an idea that cops can stop you anywhere, and if you have a certain amount of cash on you, they can decide to charge your cash with a crime by saying that it was potentially gained via illegal activity, and it is not enough for you to prove yourself innocent of any crime. You must somehow prove without a shadow of a doubt that the money that you had on you at that moment was legally gained, which is technically impossible.
Yeah.
Unless you get a receipt that you took a $10,000 withdrawal from the bank. Good luck with that.
Even that's not actually sufficient.
Oh my god, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty assed up law right there. That's probably left over from the war on drugs turned into well, not just the war on drugs, probably from the prohibition days. If I'm being honest, because that also was during the area where some of the most crooked police organizations were around, and that forfeiture of civil property turned into, hey, we all just got a pay bonus.
All right.
Yeah. The main problem is that it's very easy for them to turn it over to the feds once they get it.
And then you're never getting
a lot of money to sue the feds to get it back. So it's usually going to cost you more than the amount they took.
Yeah. Well, next one, I'm going to go with one that, I don't know. I feel like it's controversial, but at the same time, it's not necessarily. I'm losing it. That's why I'm stalling for a bit. I had it and then I lost it. Gosh, this is going to bother me now. It was a big one too. It's like my main take. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not really a law. It's actually kind of a rollover from another conversation we have. We talked about a couple last week. That I actually feel like there should be more highway patrol, because I see so much dangerous shit on the fucking road every week. Like I like this person needs. I honestly think to myself, this person needs to lose their license. This is fucking bad.
So I'm not sure which roads you're driving on.
Highway and interstate.
Okay, because like when I'm driving across I-10 through Mississippi and Louisiana, I swear I see a cop like every 15-20 minutes just parked in the middle of the road.
But 15-20 minutes on a 70-mile-per-hour interstate is pretty far apart.
Okay, before I forget, I remembered it. I think it should be illegal for anyone to claim a copyright that is not the one that owns it. And you can't give those permissions to anybody else.
That's Star Wars?
Like Disney has to, like the owner of Disney literally has to go in and claim it. It cannot be somebody doing it for them.
Oh, you mean like copyright strike stuff?
Yeah, anything. Copyright music, copyright videos, anything. They have to sing, like the single person who owns the majority of the company or whatever thing it is must go and take it down themselves.
Well, this sounds like a YouTube, because there's already a lot of fair use laws on the books about like when where you can't use stuff for what purpose. But it's also a matter of the platforms sometimes make it too easy because they don't want to get sued themselves, so they make it too easy for them to copyright claim stuff.
Yeah, well, I just don't like that a company can copyright claim something for a different company. Is the main reason, but I think it should be illegal to copyright to do a claim unless you are the owner of said product.
It'd be kind of hard.
What do
to
you
work
mean
this
by
one.
a different company? So like
They hire. There's literally companies that do
Contractors?
big searches on websites like YouTube, Twitch, and you
Mm.
know all these. They're just a search engine essentially, and say Disney pays them a certain amount of money to find specific words, quotes, specific frames of their movies and stuff. And when they find it, they claim it. Not Disney. The company claims it as a Disney product. YouTube has to take it down because yes, it may be a Disney product or whatever, but anyone can claim. I can go and claim a YouTube video, and YouTube just takes it down first and then asks questions later. You have to put in and it's the same with everything.
That's
the
the way
same
the
with every-
law's written. It's kind of fucked up. There
Yeah.
definitely does need to be someone that
But that's I also. But I this
filters
is
the.
yeah. But I think it should be illegal if you aren't and you do not own the rights to any of it to claim it. I think that should be illegal. Like you I mean I guess the big thing I think should be illegal is giving people rights without selling them the act, like they don't have the full thing. Like you I don't like selling
So it's a little
rights.
bit weird because if you don't have either the rights to it yourself or you haven't been given the authority by the copyright holder as like a legal representative of some sort, then it technically isn't legal for you to make the strike. However, the amount of work and money that it takes to pursue that is prohibiting for 99.9% of people.
Correct. But I'm saying more so I think it should be illegal for you to claim anything that isn't yours. And that includes but I also here I guess this is the illegal thing. I think that it should be illegal to give rights to people unless you're selling them the product. Like completely. So like,
it's not that, it's delegating
I get what
like,
that is,
your
but I'm
authority
saying
to a certain extent. So like the military does them all the time. I don't remember the exact phrase for it, but it's like you basically sign a piece of paper saying that in this case or for these purposes, the person that I have signed this piece of paper for is me, and you get it notarized. So like
agent potential, whatever it's called. I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Yep. But no, I think that would alleviate a lot of the problems, especially in the United States, if you can't do that. You literally have to be present for something to go through. Say voting, for instance.
Right.
But also, like taking down a YouTube video, the person who owns it must be the one claiming it. It cannot be anybody else or even somebody else in their name. I disagree with that. So giving rights to people should be like copyrights and stuff like that. Should be illegal without selling them the product completely. It would just help out the industry so much, but then it also hurt, the other industry of copyright and all that, which I don't really care to help that side of the industry at all.
I kind of have something similar along those lines. I'm not necessarily make it legal, but to have stricter guidelines for, because it honestly doesn't make sense. And this can also affect other things as well. Like, people shouldn't be able to copyright game mechanics.
Wait, you cut out. You cut out. What'd you say?
I said people shouldn't be able to copyright game mechanics.
Game mechanics.
Oh, mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's like copyrighting a style of animation or the fact that a car can run
a music chord. It's like copyrighting a music chord.
It's one thing to copyright. You created an intellectual property like you made Final Fantasy. Now somebody can't just copy Final Fantasy and say that's their game. That's fine. But say if they copyright the active the turn-based system in Final Fantasy, that seems kind of ridiculous. Because, like I said, it's like saying, all right, well, I made a car that runs on a combustion engine. Now nobody else can make cars that run on a combustion engine. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, I think that analogy kind of fits it perfectly. Just it's pretty much it's basically works the exact same way.
Yeah, because it's the mechanics of the thing. It's how something runs, and Nintendo wasn't the first one to do it either. I need to look it up, but there was a game that came back, and they actually had this kind of game mechanic that they kind of revolutionized, where like the enemies get actually more they attune to your fighting style, and they get stronger as the game progresses. And they copyright the mechanics so no other company can use that. And it could have been great for the industry, but now nobody else can use it until the copyright runs out in like 4 or 5 years. It's sad, really.
All right, I've got another one. Unless somebody else wants to go.
Go for it, man.
All right, we've talked about this before. And I've definitely have like a big opinion on this one, but I think charity should be illegal.
Yeah, I think you have said that before. Charity is actually incentivized by the U.S. government.
Yep, I think it should be illegal.
Well, I mean that's kind of not fair because it's basically giving a gift.
It's too corrupt.
And you say that it's illegal to give a gift.
I disagree with that completely. I think that it is illegal to give a gift, and I think it shouldn't be. But I think charity should be illegal. Because you can't give a gift like over $10,000.
The foundations or whatever?
Mostly, it's because people write it off on their taxes, and then... Like, that's not a big deal to me. I don't really care about that side. It's more so that people make money off of charity, and there should be no one making money off of charity.
Okay, yeah. So you're talking about the way that there's a ton of organizations out there that are considered charities.
The Hillary Clinton Foundation.
That will receive, like say they receive $10 million a year. They might have $1 million a year in administrative costs that go to all their people.
Non-profit.
They don't actually do anything with it. They just give it to other charities that take a little bit off the top, and eventually it gets to somebody that it was actually supposed to be.
Like a big fraction what it's supposed to be.
Yes and no. Like, St. Jude's should exist as a hospital. But just give money to the hospital. There does not need to be a charity for it. Just like give the bank account of the hospital and transfer your money there. I don't like the middleman of an administrator that goes out and gets paid millions of dollars to
So
acquire money.
I think there need to be regulations on the way that charities are currently run because a lot of them do waste a lot of the funds. But I also see them as a necessity, mostly because a lot of them are like causes to combat something specific, and you can't just go and give the money to that because you don't know who the researchers are that are going to be doing the necessary research to combat that problem.
I agree.
And it's not in their skill set to like go out and get funds from people. That's why there's a middleman, and they write papers to them.
Okay, but there should not be a CEO of St. Jude's Hospital then. There should just be like that's my problem with is there's a charity and there's somebody making money, just literally making money for owning the charity. Maybe that's not what their name is on a paper or something like that. But usually, well, I won't say usually, 100% of every charity that is worth any money is making money. And I highly, highly, highly disagree. If you're in a charity, everything should be done for free. I think the people running the ads for charity should do it for free. They should not get paid. It should be. It's charity, man. That's what it's for. It shouldn't. You shouldn't get paid for something that's supposed to be free. Is what I'm saying. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would not.
But I
be
also think
to some of them, the major charities like being turned into more like a.
Well, I mean, that's what church is for, and that's where people are getting. That's where I get probably the biggest disagreements on this is they took out the church and put in charities, and I highly disagree with that.
I mean, and again, well, I'm not for more more laws and regulation. There could be some fraud regulations put over charities to where like they have to guarantee that a certain amount of money goes towards what they're trying to raise money for of their profits. After, of course, like still pay the people who work under their contracts to help organize the events, but make sure that X amount of money actually makes it to them.
No, if you're doing something for a charity, you should do it for free.
I mean, I would not be opposed to like making some of it more federally run to a certain extent. So like the federal government already gives grants to the people that are doing research for at least that aspect of charity.
But see, that's where the money should go, though. That's what I don't understand. There doesn't need to be grants from the government to research. That's where the money for the charity should go. They're literally doing the thing that the charity's there for.
Well, how
it's all the people that are in the middle that should not be getting paid because they're working for a charity. They should be doing it for free. It should be volunteer.
How about this, Okami? If people who let's say cater a charity event actually get to write off all the costs from that charity event.
Like I said, I don't like the taxes thing. I don't care about it all. If you give money to a charity, I agree. You should be able to write it off on your taxes. You should not be able to get paid by a charity. The research, if a doctor says, "Oh, I need this to help find a cure for cancer," it's free. They just give it to them because that's what the charity paid for. But for some reason, it rarely gets to that point, and it's like some middle guy that's just or a secretary or something like that. It's like the secretary should be doing it for free. They should not be getting paid. I mean, yes, I agree. I think that they kind of have to, otherwise they won't do the work anymore. But I also think that at that point, that charity shouldn't exist if that's how it is. If you can't even get volunteers to help you for a charity, then I don't think people believe in your actual charity. They don't believe in your organization. But that's a hard one. A lot of people don't like that one because they just want to give money and then say they're good. And they want to leave it that way, whether anything changes or not. Whether people get helped or not, they don't really care. They just want to throw money at it.
I mean, we're in the heart of the GoFundMe era where people
I
would
know.
like to be able to
I understand.
donate nearly
Yeah.
directly.
I also
rather than
disagree.
just
I mean, I kind of highly disagree with
rather
that
go through an
too.
organization. There are now ways to more directly donate to people. Well, not just GoFundMe, but through like PayPal and stuff too.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, it's just like a question of whether the charities should be private versus
at
least some of them like just be public. Like
here, yeah.
your city should have a pantry that you can donate food to.
Oh, I
or
completely
whatever.
agree. Yeah. Pantries and
like,
everything are fine. Like there's some here,
And then-
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, and then for causes in your state, like it could be on the city level or the state level, depending on what it's about. When
Okay,
it comes to research that needs funding, then that should get done
Be right back.
probably by the by the federal government. Like you should be able to donate it when you go to do your federal taxes and
here's
select
this.
what it goes towards.
Here's something.
Since they're the ones that hand out the grants anyway.
This is the real one right here. It should be illegal, or charities should have to release all their financial data. Completely public. Nothing is allowed not to be.
100%.
Yeah, and it's not. That's my problem. My biggest problem.
Yeah. Like I get where you're coming from. Like there's been a lot of charities out there that have
St.
basically
Jude's.
committed fraud for the last 10 years. There was one recently that got exposed. They were a charity that had been out for what, like 10 years or something, and they'd never donated a single dollar to towards the cause that they were raising money for.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was literally a charity listed as a charity for charities that literally just gave to the Democratic Party. So,
Yeah, that's another aspect of it. Is it gets oh my god. Yeah, so like money gets sent to a charity owned by somebody who gives it to someone else that's a politician that
Just
gives
like
it
the
to
shell
someone
company
else that
bullshit.
actually does the work. Like,
yeah. No, I just like I do not believe with the amount of money that we give to the Red Cross that they're actually doing 60% of what they could be with that money. And I don't know if there's a way to solve it other than just completely opening all financial books with every charity. Because then at that point, like, people will be like, oh, you're just giving $1 million to this person for so-called administrative work. I'm sorry, I'm not supporting your charity anymore. But
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would help significantly.
yeah, a lot of people will be like, oh, why are you funding this in your cancer charity? And it has nothing to do with cancer. You know, that. So,
Why did you fund the Wuhan lab of viral studies?
Oh no.
yeah, we're not
Get a
gonna.
little on the
Let's
nose,
let's not go down this road anymore. I think we covered it all.
Oh,
At
there
this
is
point,
some
we're just
related to that
trolling a
one.
little bit.
But with that one, it wasn't so much charity, but like there was those allegations of like certain officials were like, well, I didn't fund this research, but they funded a company that funded a company that funded a company that funded a company that funded the research. It's like,
Yeah.
did you though?
Yeah.
That's what that they had a lot of shit in the shell company
Wait,
kind of bullshit.
wait, you
It's
forgot
the
they
same thing they do
gave.
with the charities.
You forgot they gave a bit of money to the Republicans and to the Democrats too.
True too, but also in that regard, what was that? One of those things that Doge went after pretty hard. American AID or USAID.
USAID.
Yeah, like they had like money going to like 2 million going to this charity funded by this thing, and it turns out it was all just going to either politicians or the constituents. It's like, yeah, you're really like using that funding wisely. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That one lady in Georgia in particular, she was pretty rough with it.
All right. Next one. You know, we got another one.
The only good one I can think of was the game mechanics.
All right. I think it should be illegal to region lock things.
I mean, that's just based off of a country's law, so you got to take it up with the other countries.
I mean,
more
yeah,
time.
it's a weird one because like
half of these are just Okami mad at YouTube.
Nah, it's not YouTube that necessarily.
Netflix does it too, on a bunch of streaming platforms.
So the way region locks work is a company will buy the rights to host something on their platform in a specific region. And by only buying the rights to host it in that region where they offer their services the most, or they're not competing with someone else, then they can get it cheaply. Whereas if they wanted to buy the universal rights, like that would be extremely expensive. So
well, there's also other reasons people region lock content. I mentioned it before. This guy called Totally Not Mark's YouTube channel got struck down by Toei, and the only way he can get all of his videos back was to region lock all of his videos out of Japan. So people in Japan, unless they use a VPN, they cannot get access to his channel, and that was just so that Toei couldn't keep copyright striking and shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's other reasons for region lock too.
Now, like, if you're the owner of something, then it just gets weird. Because, like, in my opinion, if you're like, if you make a game and for whatever reason you decide to region lock it from some certain countries, then in my opinion, the people in those countries have every right to pirate it. And you can't come after them for it because you've declined to offer the product in that country.
Yeah, even if you're selling it for a price. Yeah.
Like Indonesia.
Yeah.
I think that's, we can do simple things, but like giving teenagers a phone that can do anything other than call and text.
They can only have those prepaid flip phones. They don't really
Yeah.
the internet.
So, a bit of a strange one on that. My niece actually has to have a smartphone in order to live. So, there would have to be exceptions to that one.
Oh, I have no problem with exceptions to laws.
Yeah.
I have problems with people trying to get the exceptions when they don't need it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we kind of needed one back in the day too during the COVID era because my area did not have high speed internet until recently, and the only way you could like do remote.
My goodness, hold on.
Allowed to come to school.
Pat, you got like shower noises in the background or something that are taking over your mic.
That's why. Sorry, I was scratching something, and my arm was right next to the mic when I was scratching my arm.
Oh, okay. A little bit.
My bad. Yeah, because like I was saying, my niece, we didn't have internet to do remote learning because kids weren't allowed to go to school during the COVID happenings. So having to have a smartphone was actually required back then.
Well, we can discuss whether that was legal or not, but yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole situation with that.
That's a bit different.
Well, yeah. Also, I think like what you do in your own home doesn't really matter.
I think that's fine. I don't know.
Like,
I just
supervised access is not an issue.
I mean, these are opinions, and I really don't like tablet babies. So, if I could ban tablet babies, I would. So, banning tablets for kids under a certain age. That are making 13-year-olds adults. Let's go back to good old times.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, we can move on.
If a kid's old enough to play Roblox, he's old enough to make decisions about who he wants to be with.
Definitely not.
That's why they shouldn't have Roblox.
You know, I'm actually not opposed to that one. I think the forced abolishment of Roblox would not be on a list of things that I would cry about.
Like I said, bring back Club Penguin, man. When kids were cultured.
Banning kids from Valorant and CS2, or I guess banning anybody under 18, but from CS2, they can all go to Valorant, and then I can actually have fun on CS2.
A lot of these video games say like online actions cannot be rated because you can't rate how somebody's going to interact with another person. So that's actually a fair argument to that one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be over 18 to play a online shooter.
Well, that or just like be able to age restrict the game in such a way where they can't access voice chat or text chat.
Don't give them no ideas.
Or the game. I don't know. All right, we can move on. I think we've covered most of that.
My friend also told. I think I told you about this, but my friend told me that they Blue Sky no longer works off of my state's IP because they made it where you have to be able to prove you're 18 to get on websites like Blue Sky or Twitter, and so Blue Sky was just like, well, nobody in my state can have Blue Sky until they change that law.
They want kids, man. I'm telling you, they want the kids. What's his name? The guy that owns it. He wants the kids. Who's the guy that owns it?
I don't know who owns Blue Sky.
The former Twitter owner.
I don't know that guy's name.
I don't know who that is.
I heard his name like once or twice on Timcast.
Who owns Blue Sky? Okay, it's not him. Why is he the Jack Dorsey? There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, it took a while to get there, and I don't know why.
Jackass anyway.
I don't think he's that bad. I just think he's a bit disillusioned.
Biased.
Disillusioned. Yeah, biased, disillusioned, whatever.
Right. That website will take care of itself over time.
Surprised it still hasn't already.
It's working on it.
The furries are liking it. The furries are keeping Blue Sky going.
Blue Sky doesn't sound like a perfect name for a place furries would hang out.
Mastodon?
Yeah, I think there was a attempted Twitter called Mastodon that didn't do so well.
So it's still I mean, it's just open source, so it's a bit. They probably won't ever go down because they're literally a platform made to make other platforms. So they'll probably
Definitely.
always exist because they're just a decentralized social media platform. So like you can take their IP and make a whole other social media site.
Copy and paste it, huh?
Yeah. So they probably won't ever go away. What was that other one that was like it got
Truth
big
Social?
for like a bit and then it stopped? No. I can't remember the name. Oh well. Move on. We need to move on. Disappointing anime. Isekai anime.
Disappointing, easy. Coming to the meat and potatoes of the conversation.
I mean, for you, it's hard for me to say disappointing with isekai in the same sentence.
I mean, there were some that like had a good start and then just kind of fell off. Like it's like, oh man, you had a good thing going. How'd you ruin that?
I don't know. Out of all the ones I've seen, I don't even know if I have one that's disappointed me. Oh, I have one, but no one agrees with me, so.
I don't know. Which, is the one you're mentioning Isekai or not?
It is definitely an isekai.
Which one is that?
My one and only right now is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation.
I'll
Disappointed
actually
me.
agree with that one, mostly because I have read most of that one, if not all of it. I might have actually read the entire thing at one point.
I haven't
wouldn't
seen
mind
the
it.
second season, so
And I personally don't think the show itself really did it much justice.
I haven't read it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen the second season. First season was okay. The biggest reason I'm more disappointed in it is because it got hyped up so much to me that whenever I watched it, I was like, this guy's just, I don't know. It was not, it was a disgusting telling of a pervert doing things. And I was like,
Okay, well, I mean, he is a pervert. That's just
okay, well then it would just disappoint me regardless.
His dad's also a pervert. So.
But yeah, that I was invested in the story outside of that. But then they stopped doing stuff outside of that and just like stopped the rest of the anime. And I was like, okay.
They focus on that pretty hard in the show. There could be a lot more action.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. Like, have your perv stuff, but give me the meat and potatoes of the actual anime. See, I actually like the politics side of anime, and I feel like this one could have a lot more. And maybe they do in the second season. I've heard that, but then also I've seen from the second season a certain elf and a certain, previous character that shows up, and it just seems like even worse than the first season as far as the perviness and etchiness goes.
Well, if that one character you're talking about is in particular, she does technically have a curse on her, which is the plot reason why she's the way she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's kind of unavoidable. That character has issues.
Yeah, she's.
So you're saying she
issues.
didn't even need to be in the series? Thank you. I will take.
I mean, she was guiding.
Well, unfortunately, she is a vital aspect of the story, which is the problem.
Oh no.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm not going to be watching that second season.
Wasn't she like a party member of his dad whenever they were adventurous?
Yes. Okay, yeah. And he does have to party up with her for a large portion.
Yeah. And even he's like, damn, girl.
All right. What you got?
it. Now you say that, it kind of slipped. Trying to think. What was the one that I was thinking about? First off, Alice in Wonderland. Disney didn't do a proper adaptation.
I can agree with that. Pandora Hearts was way better.
Or how about Alice Chains of Madness?
I haven't played, so I don't know.
I know people love that game.
Yeah.
But there was one. Again, I had it, and now that you asked me about it, I can't think of it. I gotta try to remember which one I was thinking of. Oh, I can kind of. There's one I was kind of disappointed in, but only I think because they kind of left a certain part out until unless they get another season, they'll probably bring it forward. And that's the one we watched recently. The guy was reincarnated as the evil overlord of an intergalactic empire. If I remember correctly, there was supposed to be there were actually supposed to be more than just him and his robot, his maid AI robot, whatever. At this point in the story, he's supposed to have go to like the school for training and meet other people and more interactions outside of that stuff. And yeah, it feels like just to get the climax they wanted for season 1 in place, they left a lot of that out because it wouldn't have enough time to make it happen. So I was disappointed by that actually. I liked it overall because they did keep a lot of stuff faithful to how it was supposed to be, and it was entertaining to a certain extent. But I felt like they left chunks of the story out and kind of disappointed.
All right.
I still recommend it.
See. So I don't know if it counts as an isekai, but have you seen The Unwanted Undead Adventure?
We did
I have
watch
not
that.
seen it yet.
I thought we
Wait,
did
no, we
watch
haven't.
that. Yeah, I thought we watched it all together, didn't we?
No, we hadn't watched that yet.
Well, then I definitely watched it without you.
Probably so.
It's not so much a complaint about the show itself. It's
I haven't seen it.
There is a story that I have read that is a different variation almost of that show that I liked significantly better, where instead of him being a person that becomes an undead, it is an undead that is born as, I don't remember exactly what caused it, like a necromancer or something raises an undead and they gain sentience, and
is that the one where the person who raised them died like very early on, and then he actually goes back to he reincarnates into his origin as an undead and goes on a journey to find her and prevent her death?
Yeah, so like he keeps dying and coming back. It's kind of similar to that other show.
ReZero.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to ReZero in a lot of ways, except he's an undead.
Another one a lot of people were disappointed in was ReZero.
Which I would have much rather have seen that show, and whenever I saw the Unwanted Undead Adventure, like I thought that's what I was going to see.
The thing is,
they always change the names from the books or the comics so that you can't immediately find the source material for some reason.
Depending on the translator, you have to find the right title. That's like there are some that like I know I read, but then whenever I see the anime come out, I was like, wait, it's got a different title. Like, but it's literally the same thing. Yeah, that happens a lot with translations because translators and localizers don't exactly do things the same. Like what's that anime that came out? The original title was like something slave, because the main character was basically made to serve as a weapon. But whenever they released it in English, they say it was like Chain Warrior or some shit because they didn't want to put slave in the title. Chain Soldier, that's it. They didn't want to put slave in the title, so they put chain. And people were actually kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
By the way, who joined us?
Not Shiori.
Shiori
Fuji.
did. Shiori,
So-
you're behind.
Fuji.
Cobalt, let me get you. Oop.
Fujiri.
There it is.
There we go. Fuji. Um. Disappointing isekai anime. Go.
Failure frame.
Ooh,
Frame.
I haven't heard
Ooh,
that name in
I
a bit.
actually highly agree with that one.
I have
I don't think
not
I've
heard
watched
that
that one.
name in a while.
If it's that hated, I might have to watch it.
Yeah, I still have it in my watch list.
Yeah, I've read a decent bit of that manga, not a ton, but enough of it. Where if they did a bad adaptation, I'm going to be upset. That was a good story.
It was disappointing.
Sad to
Yeah,
hear. I mean,
yeah.
it's
I
kinda-
also
it's-
read it, and I was not happy with the
It's got a lot of
the
cliche in
anime
general.
adaptation.
It's got a lot of cliche in general, but yeah, they had a decent thing going with this story, and it would be just if they fucked up the adaptation, I'm gonna be upset. That's not right. They can't do that.
It was good at first, but as the story progresses, it was a flop.
That's a
Let's see here. I've got one that was a bit disappointing, but just because of my preferences. And that is Restaurant to Another World.
season 1 or 2.
Both. Well, I mean, more so the ending. That I don't know. I'm a love story guy, and they just chopped it off. So
I mentioned before that there's some things where like I was fine with season 1, but then season 2 kind of fell off.
Oh.
Heck, there is even some parts of Shield Hero season 1 that I was like, man, why did like the way season 1 of Shield Hero ended? It's saying like they weren't sure if they get a second season because they rushed certain aspects of the story. Either they were trying to get this ready for season 2 so that they wouldn't have to go over it and just have it there, like that he had his own territory. That wasn't supposed to happen for a while, but they went ahead and just shoehorned that in season 1. And then there's parts of the later story that just really got chopped up and discarded, and it aggravated.
all right, I'll let y'all go. I figured out one that I'm going to consider a isekai, even though it's probably not.
Like I said, things like Alice in Wonderland are technically isekai, so go for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all go first. I already said one.
Oh, I just said Shield Hero, man. Why don't go?
What's the name of that really popular one that came out recently?
That narrows it down.
That's it. That's
Oh God, it's probably the hottest one in like the last 6 months. Oh, Solo Leveling. There we go.
Oh, is that isekai though? He's still in his world, so it's not really isekai.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in a way. Okay, that's fair. Kind of cheating on the topic a little bit then. But that one, I'm not disappointed yet, but I read that one, and there's 2 different ways that the story ends because the author wrote 2 different endings, and if they pick the wrong one, I'm going to be extremely disappointed.
Now, do you mean you read the novels or did you read the manhwa?
Both.
Okay, yeah, because I think Dublin might agree. I think Dublin read the novels too, and he liked it, but he also at the same time will shit on the Soul Leveling story, like because it is kind of hollow at some points.
Yeah, it is definitely a little bit.
A lot of flash.
All right. Got another one, Shiori.
No, not at the moment. I'm looking for it.
All right, Pat. I need your expertise. Would you consider this an isekai? Maybe not necessarily for the main character, but for some of the other ones. Shuffle.
You could argue. Well, Shuffle is it's a slice of life romance anime where the main character is a human and his family and all his humans, but they're in a world where the world of heaven and the world of demons have kind of like gained access to our world, and they come and go regularly on like exchange programs. And some of the people in the story are from the world of gods, and some are from the world of demons. So those characters technically are in another world. So I guess you could say that is has some flavors of reverse isekai.
I don't know if I need to rehash this, but Shuffle disappointed me
I,
so.
I know. And look, he doesn't have a problem with the story and setting of Shuffle. He
Nope.
has a very big problem with how it ended.
Yes, very big. Well, no, I gotta say,
It's more like how they picked.
halfway through, I was highly disappointed.
It's an anime based off of a dating sim, and they put the character for
He
the
chose wrong.
quote unquote. The quote unquote the girl who won in the end was a character he did not want to see win.
Wait, you mean the girl who won? Like, technically, the girl that I wanted to win lost in like the middle of the anime.
She wasn't even trying to be with the main character. She was just like, "I'm here. I'm gonna win."
She did everything for him. Everything. Oh well.
I
she
have
ask him
no
on a date?
opinion on this.
Did she ask him on a date?
No, she married him, and he didn't know it yet.
Just
Therefore, she should have won.
What they call a verbal agreement. They had the verbal agreement that he never consented to.
Yes. All right. Actual take though. Cautious Hero. I thought could have gone farther and done more. I liked it, but I think it could have done more. So much more.
I haven't finished it though, so I can't say for sure. Like I'm on like episode 9.
I'll just let you know they ended, and that was disappointing to me. Like they actually ended it.
I feel like it's one of those that could have went way longer too. Just like if it doesn't end right now, they could go way further with it.
It deserved a 24 episode.
Damn. Ooh, I remembered one that I was kind of disappointed in. Not super disappointed, but they definitely could have did a better job, or at least a better adaptation from the novels. Let me see some. Make sure I get the name right.
I got another one as well.
Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody. That's one of those I've read some of the novels for, and they just feel like the adaptation just fell flat on some things that were like that should have just like some of the best scenes of the novel, and they just didn't pull it out.
It was good.
Yeah.
As somebody who
overall it wasn't bad, but it could have been better.
As someone who hasn't read it, I liked it. I'm not disappointed, so I feel like that's a reading flaw on that one.
Mm-hmm. I bet it is. Yeah, the poor me for wanting to be to read.
Yep. Should have watched first and then read, and then you would have had no disappointment because the manga would have just been better.
Man, I didn't know it was getting an anime. Like I read the novels and the anime came out like 4 years later. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting an anime? Woo! Now, Tsukimichi, they pretty much nailed it. Like they didn't really fuck this stuff. I feel like I wish kind of had like a better animation studio doing it, but you know, I beggars can't be choosers. But they didn't fuck up the story when they did Tsukimichi. I love it.
All right, what you got? Next one, Fuji or Cobalt?
Rent a girlfriend.
That's an isekai?
You just say rent a girlfriend, right?
It's not.
Sorry.
Let's save that one for the worst adaptation or the worst
romance
slice of life anime segment.
I hate it.
I haven't seen it, so
I can understand.
It's about to go off my list from how many people keep telling me they don't like it.
Dude, like I don't even know if they did a decent job with the anime, but I literally cannot support a story that stupid. That is basically the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Rent a girlfriend even get hate in an isekai genre. Wow. Oh, I don't know where my dice went. Where's my die?
Oh, yeah, this was not an isekai though, so I couldn't list this one. It's just an action adventure comedy. a fantasy. It's a we could do that next on the most disappointing fantasy anime because
Ooh,
there are some that
but
aren't
that opens to
isekai.
isekai. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, we're going to exclude isekai when we do that list because there's plenty of fantasy that I'm like it's got flavors of isekai, but it's not an isekai.
all right. You got one, Cobalt.
Mm, Nah, I don't watch it that many that particular genre.
I've got two. My first one is not as controversial as the second. But the first one, the devil is a part timer. Especially like the second season.
I haven't seen season 2 of that.
It's slightly disappointing. Like it did well, it ended well, and everything. Just kind of disappointing.
So I know I told you this before, but I got my mom to watch season 1 and she loved the show.
Yeah.
She was even shipping the main character with the hero. I swear to God.
No.
Yeah, she was like,
High
"Oh, they're gonna fall in love." I know it.
High school girl should win. I forget her name.
Okami picking the big movie. Girl.
Usually not. Usually, yeah. This is the
I
one.
know. That's why I'm surprised.
I pick her because she is the most dedicated, and usually those are the ones that win for me. I hate it when the girl that doesn't care wins.
The one who's trying to kill him since the beginning of the story.
Who doesn't care and then eventually cares. I'm like, oh my goodness. Just take the girl that already cared, man. She was there the whole time. Alright.
I think I heard some whisperings about the novels, but I'm not gonna say it.
Well, I mean, I won't read them, so you feel free
I
to...
mean, just you think it's gonna get a season 3 or our conclusion?
I don't think so. I think it concluded.
I think, and anybody who doesn't want to spoil it, 'cause again, I heard this a while back, so I can't even remember if I this is what I was talking about. So anybody who worried about spoilers, go ahead and mute. But I think I heard that eventually in the end he does choose the high school girl and he gives up his demonic powers so he can live in our world and just be
Let's
high school
go. I might have to read.
Now I could be wrong. I might be thinking of something else, or just it was a long time ago that I heard this, but that's what I heard is that he does choose the high school girl.
Just to, I don't want to spoil much for you. I mean, it has nothing to do with the like main story, but he kind of like chooses the harem route. So,
really,
yeah. All right, controversial one.
Wait, if we had to choose the real one who should win, it should be his number 2, the guy who's his ride or die. That guy should be
again the one who's been there since the beginning.
his number. That dude has been through thick and thin for his lord.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead with your controversial take.
The controversial one. Kind of disappointed in No Game No Life. Not gonna lie.
Look, after reading the novels, I kind of am too.
I liked it.
Salaryman.
Yeah, I liked it.
Salaryman in Another World?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You know the one you guys saw when we were choosing anime night, the costume guy.
Yeah, I know what you're
The one
talking
with the
about.
weird costume.
Weird costume.
Salary man.
Yeah.
Headhunted to another world from salaryman to Big Four.
I hadn't seen that one yet.
Or Africa salaryman.
I'm pretty sure it's Headhunted.
Or
send you a screenshot,
Yeah.
Fuji, and ask if this is it.
Yeah, it was headhunted.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Looks promising.
It
though.
was okay. The story was all good, but the ending, man.
Well, what I was gonna say was my big problem with No Game No Life. I actually didn't think the basically every like 4 episodes is one volume of the manga with No Game No Life. The pacing in it was good. They covered a lot of the most important aspects of the story, but because the studio that did it often never does season 2s, basically skipped for just for the last 2 minutes of the show, skipped like 4 volumes of the manga of the novel to like the beginning of volume 7. Like they went from the end of volume 3 to the beginning of volume 7, and it's like once I realized, I'm like, wow, they really fucked up any chance of getting an actual season 2. My fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was
Well,
disappointed when I realized that. It broke my heart.
disappointment.
Very much. Kevin Sorbo being channeled over.
All right.
Anyway,
Think we can move on unless we have another one.
I can't think of anything else that was so disappointing. I want to talk about it. At least not right now.
All right.
A
So
rank party.
what?
A rank party.
Airing party. Oh,
Yeah, I left my A rank party choo choo. I don't know the title.
oh Lord. I'm saying there's a few of those right there. Like one was
Oh,
a
okay.
recent
The
one was
dump.
kicked out. They
I
had a
love.
recent one was kicked out the heroes party. Oh, kicked out your airing party, the training students or something.
Yeah.
That one.
Is this one on Netflix? Because I haven't.
No, it's I watched that on
Oh, I found it.
yeah, I left my airing party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. I didn't think that one was that bad,
Yeah.
but it did feel kind of messy.
I haven't seen it, so no opinion.
It's got an episode 9.5. Ew.
It lacked flair for me. Like uh there's no sting.
I mean, he basically gets a harem from like very early on, so there's none of that fighting for the main character. I joke about he actually didn't get a harem. He literally basically went, "This one's my girl." Very early on in the series, there was no fighting
Yeah.
for his affection.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like
Oh.
Guess
boom,
which
I
one,
chose you,
Okami?
Pikachu.
She kind
I
of picked him too.
I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. But
I think overall it wasn't bad, but it definitely was could have been
Yeah.
better. I'd say I enjoyed it, but it could have been better.
all right. Well, let's go to the hot take of the week. The real reason everyone's here,
And
and that is Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace is great. And Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, technically the first one that ever came out, is the worst of the original 6.
I have a confession. Is Star
You
Wars
agree?
Guy? No.
Your confession is you
I
agree?
actually haven't seen all of Star Wars Episode 6.
Oh no. The
I
best
haven't
one?
seen Star Wars.
The best one?
I didn't get to watch the
Well,
whole thing. I
second
need to go
best
do
one.
that.
I think number 5's the best, but 6
Number
is
5
good.
is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I
was
haven't seen Star Wars.
I need to go check out my food is cooking. So before y'all get into this, I'm gonna impart this. I feel like partly that makes the original 3 and then those second 3 that came out, episode 1 through 3. The first 1 through 6, what made them great. Each movie had a certain tension in the background. Like it felt like something was always going to be like there's something building up this perilous in the background of every story, and here everybody had to overcome it. Yeah. The most recent ones just didn't have that same feeling of urgency and peril. That felt off to me. So
Yeah.
I do not. I'll be right back in like.
Can
like
you
30
hear us
seconds.
still? Can you still hear us?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
In fact, I'll do something extra to make sure I can hear.
All right.
Be right back.
Anyways, to make my point here is the Phantom Menace is good, and I don't know why people keep saying it's like the worst of the original 6. But it had so much in it, and I think people just can't comprehend it. Like you have the pod racing could be its own movie. Literally, like I could watch a whole hour of getting ready for the pod racing, and then the actual pod race could have been longer and all that, but it was there. Um, Not even mentioning, the original when they like just find Anakin, and stuff like that. They go to the underwater place that Jar Jar Binks lives. That could have been almost a whole episode, a whole movie. They have a war, for God's sakes, in that one as well. I understand if the pacing is off, but this episode 1 gave us so much in such little time, and I thought it was great. But then episode 4, or the original first one, was the slowest pace movie and bundle of nothing that I've ever felt whenever I watch a movie. And I still watch it. I still kind of enjoyed because I had the rest of Star Wars to watch because I'm not that old, so I could watch episode 5 and 6 in consecutive order afterwards. But without the other two, episode 4 just leaves me longing for so much more.
I mean, to be fair, it was the first movie.
Yeah.
So it does have to be slower.
I mean, it basically set the stage for everything. Like basically the core of the lore started with Star Wars Episode 1. Like they had a non-established
4.
story.
Four. We're talking about 4.
Yeah, Episode 4. Episode 4 took it basically created the core that established the lore of the story, and that got built off of for the next 3 or 4 decades.
I can agree with you, but also as an like seeing like I am God. So I am looking outside of time and at all 6 movies where I have them all. And so therefore I have to say
that's like a
4.
retroactive opinion, though. You're basically saying like after these movies have come out,
But
you
that's
consider 4 to be the weakest. But at the time,
at the time it was
out,
the best. I'm not disputing that.
If 1 didn't do as well as it did, you wouldn't get 2 or 3. If people would have said, "Oh, sci-fi is stupid," and they didn't think the effects were that great, you would have never got The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I didn't say
so,
that.
And, now I'm saying that at the time, though, people were like, Star Wars is fucking awesome. Now you're saying retroactively, you're saying like 1 trumps Episode 1 trumps 4.
But you dare disagree, God?
Retroactively, I'm saying 4 is the worst out of the first 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't
and that's
say
a
that
that's
one
a
of them
not
really
a
like,
low bar. That's like a high bar.
Yeah, I wouldn't really put them as like better or worse than each other in that regard because they just served a different purpose.
I can
like and Episode 4 was your world building movie.
Yeah, it set the stage.
I would have rather started in 6.
Unfortunately, it had to have a lot of extra to it to just set the stage so that the people watching it would understand the world they're getting into. Nowadays, we've all seen Star Wars. We all know about it. So
yeah,
Episode 4 seems unnecessarily slow, but
I haven't seen Star Wars.
At the time, it was the introduction to Star Wars.
So I'm hearing agrees, but that's because it had to have been.
There are some
it's like that was the purpose of it. That's all it really is.
Yeah.
It's like you're reading a book and you like chapters 2 through 6 better because chapter 1 was the world building chapter.
Yes and no. Because I remember growing up, I didn't sit down and watch Episode 4 until later in life. And like my parents and stuff were watching like 5 and 6 more. So I didn't really have the world building until I watched it, but I didn't need it because I loved 5 and 6 so much. And then when I fully watched
See,
episode 4, I was like, this is mid. But
yeah, see, when my dad introduced me to Star Wars, he grabbed his box set of 4 through 6
mhm.
on a Saturday outside of football season. And he started
Like,
the
you gonna learn
movie,
today.
and that man owned the director's cut with the interviews that just randomly cut into the middle of the movie, and he made
Oh my
me
God.
watch all of it.
Yeah. That sounds like my dad and Lord of the Rings.
Oh God.
So as soon as we got the DVD versions of the movies where I didn't have to watch the interviews, I loved everything about it. I was
Yeah.
like, all of these episodes are amazing because the director's not talking to me every 5 minutes
yeah.
about how he
Let me finish
designed
the story.
this.
I can see how that would influence you, but like I'd say that's more my experience with Lord of the Rings. But as far as that goes, I don't like directors or anything coming in. I like the extended versions, but at the same time, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan either. So
Give me my
I mean,
movie.
don't get me wrong. Like, now that I know the story and I've seen them before, I wouldn't mind watching the director's edition, like with the interviews, because I already know what's going to happen in the movie. Like, I'd be more interested in how they did it. But when it's your first introduction to the movie, you're kind of like, hey, we were about to cut to an action scene here. Something's happening. By the time this guy gets done talking, I'm gonna forget what's going on because I'm like 8, dude. Chill.
You know, my biggest problem with episodes 1 through 3 is Jar Jar Binks was not the final boss.
I can kind of agree with that
Oh
one.
man.
But I also think
I upset one of my bosses in Washington.
Oh no.
So one of the labs that I worked at up there, all of our radiation detectors were named after Sith Lords.
Oh no.
Like, he had. I actually don't even remember the names of them anymore. It's been so long.
Darth Jar Jar.
No, he did not have Darth Jar Jar.
No,
And we got a new detector, and he brought it in. He was like, I got to come up with a name for this one. And I was like, well, why not Darth Jar Jar? You don't have that one yet. And he just gave me the most disappointing, like, dad look I've ever seen. It was like, oh, you're not a fan of Darth Jar Jar? And he was like, get out.
Dude, that after somebody pointed out like there's a video explaining how Jar Jar Binks could have been the final boss. I'm like, I so wish they would have done that. That would have been amazing.
He should have been. I mean, even didn't George Lucas even put that in? Like,
Yeah,
he put it in the books. I know that, but he like literally put that into the story, and then they took it out.
So disappointing.
Wait,
I know.
wait, Jar Jar is the slime guy, right?
Jar Jar's the guy with the weird ears in the episode 1.
Misa gonna help you. I'm gonna take you to my city.
No.
Jar Jar's great.
Jar Jar's
He is
amazing.
the personification of weaponized incompetence in every shape and form.
Well, that's why they made the argument too. Like, he was like jumping like three or four times his height, and like accidentally taking out several soldiers and like by himself. Is like, yeah, I can see the argument that he was a hidden Sith.
Yeah, like, he has to make sure he stays alive, but he has to do it in a way that doesn't call attention to his abilities, right?
Yeah, by pretending to be a jackass. I love it.
Yeah. But, I mean, y'all two are more agreeable. An actual Star Wars, like, elitist would be tearing me a new one. So.
Oh, no, I've met the people who are, and in fact, I had some friends who are like that, who are, one, disappointed that any movie doesn't follow the books, and two, if it's outside the original three, four through six, like the rest of them just don't live up to it. And
Yeah.
granted, I do think, in my opinion, the original, especially since you're going to include Empire and the Return of the Jedi, that the original three are the best. Just because those two movies elevate it so much, and I do like Episode 4. I think Episode 4 was great because of the tension.
No, I like episode 4. See, I think that's what people don't understand. I like episode 4.
You just don't think it's the best of the six.
It's the worst of the six, in my opinion.
I definitely think that 4 is way better than 7. That's just me.
Oh well, anything's better than 7. My Little Pony's better than 7.
It was just missing so much. Like I said, that it didn't feel like it had the tension every other Star Wars movies had, and I was just disappointed by it.
Yeah, but
be right back again.
Yeah, it's just like overall, my list goes 5. This might be controversial, but I think 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 2, 4. I think that's how my list would go. But 1 was so... One was... I gotta say that's probably like a... my childhood type thing, because that was the first Star Wars I saw in theaters. And honest to God, I just loved the pod racing more than anything else in all the other Star Wars.
Agree.
See, for me, it's like rank 1 is every movie that had Jar Jar Binks or Boba Fett in it. Rank 2 is every movie that did.
Wait, so episode 3?
You did see Jar Jar episode 3 for a second. I think he was
yeah, he does make an appearance.
It's very brief though.
He's the new
one
leader.
Of his best scenes though.
Yeah, he's the new leader of the.
Well, no, he's not the leader. He's like the guy.
Who the ambassador. Yeah,
he's their ambassador.
Yeah.
But still, that's a big role.
I don't know, when Yoda started going crazy, that was awesome. But they needed more of that. Why they didn't do more, to this day, still vexes me. Because then I think 2 or 3 could have been better if they had just put in more Yoda fight scenes. But
there's an underground sport for pretend lightsaber fights. Like that's become a thing just because of the episode 1 through 3.
Yeah. All right. Well,
with the fight scenes.
I think we're done.
To be
with
fair,
this.
That's just how Yoda's personality is, that he didn't get into a lot of fights.
True, but Mace Windu did, and they didn't show that either.
I haven't seen Star Wars, but I've played the Lego games.
Nice.
And Yoda is OP in the Lego game.
I haven't played Lego Star Wars games.
I played Lego. I haven't watched the movie. I love the pod.
Oh, Lego's probably the best, Shiori. So
I did play the N64 pod racing game.
I didn't play the N64 version, but I think I had like a handheld game that was just pod racing.
The pod racing is what did it for me.
Really?
Yeah, that was
that explains why Anakin was able to pilot that ship and blow up that battle cruiser.
Mm-hmm. And that was also like when Obi-Wan was actually decent and not.
Although there's a good argument where and my friends who are hardcore Star Wars advocate, who's the guy who dies in the first Star Wars movie, episode 1?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, if he actually got killed, if Liam Neeson would have died in that movie, it would have prevented like everything that happened. Like Anakin would never became Darth Vader, and a whole bunch of shit wouldn't have happened because he learned, and for one, he would have been the one that trained Anakin.
Yeah,
he was one of the most outspoken advocates for basically the Jedi's being this basically ninja assassin organization that works for the government.
Well, he would have kept Anakin from Padme, so yeah, it would have prevented a lot.
There's that too, and also a lot of the shit that actually drove people to side with fucking the guy who's the Sith Lord dude. I can't remember his name right now either. But yeah, that shit would have got prevented too because he would reeled in some of the stuff that Jabba were doing that turned everybody against them. But anyway, yeah, that's a lot of people say that if he would have died, episodes 2 and 3 would have been completely different.
Yeah.
Any
Well, have you?
thoughts on Rogue One?
I haven't seen Rogue
Okay.
One.
See, this is why both of you, Cobalt and Pat, y'all need to go watch it. Need to
I
go
don't have
watch
a
it.
Disney Plus account.
Who cares? Pirate it. It's such a good movie.
Listen at you, pirate it.
Mm. All right. Well, there was something I was going to say, but now I can't remember. I was trying to cut you off so I could say it, but I can't remember what it was. Do you remember?
Shit, I can't remember. I gotta recommend something now.
What were you talking about?
What were we talking?
Something to
Jar
do
Jar
with Star
Binks?
Wars. I can't remember now. Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn.
I saw.
But it was more. No, have you seen the meme where it's Obi-Wan and Anakin tied up to that block in the second one, and Obi-Wan just says, "Hey, you see Count Dooku up there?" It's like, "Oh yeah, see that guy next to him? Yeah, that's one of the Sith." Oh, really? So Count Dooku's working with the Sith? Yep. And then then it just ends right there. Like then the credits roll.
Oh damn!
that's a meme that I see all the time, but I love it. So, all right, recommendations now.
Let y'all go first.
Okay, I've got one. Are you ready, Cobalt?
I got nothing.
Okay, my recommendation.
He recommends RuneScape.
Yeah, RuneScape. OSRS.
Yeah, I've been playing it this whole time.
Probably. Getting your bonds. My recommendation for this week, I think, is one that people wouldn't expect from me, but I absolutely love this anime. It is My First Girlfriend is a Gal.
I think I've heard of that, but I haven't.
Yep. Definitely got some etchiness to it. Definitely just full romance. So if you don't like that, don't watch it. But it's essentially a guy falls in love with a gal. So a gal is like a scantily clad woman, or well, it's more about the aesthetic of gyaru. So she's a gyaru, and he asked her to meet him in the back of the school. She says yes. She meets him in the back of the school. He asks if she'll be his girlfriend, and she just says yes. And then the rest of the anime is literally them just being boyfriend and girlfriend.
Very nice. Roll credits.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
I mean, we used to get
Absolute
slices of
cinema.
goodness after that.
Well, I mean, like she has a best friend who's also a gal who's like wants to make sure that he actually loves her and not just any girl that looks, decent. And so she tries to seduce him and stuff like that. Stuff happens. But he stays true. Spoiler, which is not really a spoiler because that's just the whole anime. Yeah.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
anime.
actually, I go ahead. I was gonna recommend something, but there's something I was gonna recommend now. So go ahead and whoever wants to go next.
Fuji got one.
Wait, maybe later. I'm making milk.
All right, give me one
All
second.
right. Fuji
Wait.
recommends milk. Okay,
No,
specific milk. Specific milk.
no.
Come on.
Maybe later. I'll recommend later.
There it
I'll
is.
make milk.
All right. Let me make sure I haven't posted this before, but I know the name of it now.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't before. Since the main topic of this podcast is about terrible isekai, I'm gonna recommend one that was actually terrible on purpose, but that's why it was so hilarious.
Oh, a smartphone.
No, then that one is horrible. Especially season 2.
I still haven't seen season 2, but I actually really enjoyed that.
I've only seen like 2 episodes of season 2. Like, man, this shit's boring.
I really enjoyed the anime, so I'm gonna have to watch season 2 sometime.
This one's called Kamikatsu, Working for God in a Godless World. The reason why I say this one's horrible, but it's because the studio and the director and all that were giving a very short amount of time and a very limited budget to make this anime. And so they're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna make a meme out of this." Like, it was entertaining for the most part. It does have a bit of edgy content to it, so I can't recommend it for everybody. But like, there was just some shit that was so fucking meme worthy. I found it absolutely fucking hilarious. Like, there's this one scene where the main character is like using the goddess that he works for to get like farming equipment and stuff. But instead of animating this guy on a tractor, they just literally took stock footage of a Japanese guy riding on a tractor, pasted another one of the characters' face on it, and just added a bunch of like colors and shades to it to make it look like it was part of the anime, but it's obviously not.
That's how you should do it. Yeah, that
it is hilarious. Like literally, they're like, we don't have much to work with, so screw it. We're gonna go for just it's so bad it's hilarious.
I wish more anime would do that. Like, one that reminds me of is what's the weird one with the star and the kappa? I don't know. It's about an alien. It's about an alien girl that falls in love with a guy. But anyways,
sounds familiar.
It's a homeless place.
Oh, Arakawa Under the Bridge.
Yeah, Sorakawa Under the Bridge. No. It reminds me of Hirakawa Under the Bridge.
I saw 1.5. I didn't see this entire second season, but yeah, I was watching it with a friend. He's like, basically, it's just homeless people under a bridge. That's the entire anime.
I mean, the first season is literally just memes. The second season, they actually go into the story. So, like, you might not like the second season if you watch it, but the first season, if you just want a whole meme of it, it is the funniest. It's like Pickle Rick, the funniest shit you've ever seen, man. But even it's better than Pickle Rick. Oh, I tried to get Ange to watch it. She cringed so hard and couldn't finish the anime. It's so good. I love this anime. And then halfway through, you know how the star's like actually a famous guitarist and singer, but no one knows. That halfway through, one of his songs is just the ending, and he's singing it and doing a just an acoustic version. And my goodness, is that a banger?
Wait, what's the title?
It's so good. Arakawa Under the Bridge. RAKAWA. But it's but it's about a homeless encampment.
Yeah, the main character kind of falls for a girl who lives in the homeless encampment.
Yeah.
When did this one come out? It came out in 2010. Damn, I knew it was old, but damn.
Yeah, the priest who's a sister, and then he teaches the little girl to fight. They're part of the Russian mob, essentially. Oh my god!
I shared a link to that clip I was telling you about. Please go check it out.
Yeah, well,
it's in mute chat.
All right, I'll have to recommend Aqua next week.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad.
Oh, it's so good. It's hilarious.
I definitely enjoyed the first seasons, but I kind of like I don't know why I stopped watching the second season, but I never went back.
It's probably like the second season is very story heavy, and you're just like, oh, I wasn't necessarily. Well, I wasn't necessarily watching this for the story, but if you finish it, it's good. Like the whole anime is great. It's just the second season, the start of it does kind of drag just a bit because they actually get to the story, the main point of why they're there and why she's there and everything. So, I could understand why people would drop it at the second season, but if you finish it, it's a good anime.
I have to go back and finish watching.
Yeah. All right, Fuji or Cobalt, y'all got one yet?
I have to step away so y'all can go and just finish without me.
All right.
Later, guys.
Bye bye.
Cobalt, you got one for tonight or no?
Nah.
All right, I'll take you off. Fuji?
I'm gonna go with "Don't Hurt Me, My Healer."
I've heard of this one, and I have it in my list,
Yeah,
but I have not seen it yet.
it's a comedy anime.
All right.
Yeah, deserves a watch.
All right. Well, there we go. Recommendations are done. Podcast is done. Let's see if we're rating today. We haven't rated in a while, but there hasn't been anybody live that I wanted to raid, so I'm gonna say nope. There's no one I want to raid, so we're just ending it here. We'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
But